Hello my friends, it is Nomad Brad coming to you from my box truck, and I gotta tell you, I am here with a late night van life build project. I came across what I believe to be the perfect van life flooring. Check this out. It is called Smart Core Tile. This is a click lock synthetic flooring tile, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. It looks like this. The tile I got is called like Aspen Marble or something like that, but it's cool because it's a large format tile. It's 24 inches by 12 inches, so it looks like big. It's kind of hard to see in the video. By the way, it's like 9 o'clock at night right now. I'm just like, let's do a project. Anyway, so it looks kind of like a marble look, but it's really nice and it has like a high quality feel. You know, by the time you look at the time and the labor and everything of doing like natural wood and sanding and staining and all that crap, I'm like, that's weeks of time that I don't have. And so this click lock stuff, it's pure synthetic, but it's cool. It's a really thick product. And so I'll tell you, one reason I am hesitant on any kind of a synthetic, a click together product is because I've seen how bad they shrink. The problem with being in a van is humidity and temperature are constantly changing. It's not like a house where you have like true air conditioning and heating and it's pretty much kind of always around 70 degrees. In a van, sometimes it's 105 inside and sometimes it's 40 degrees inside, and it changes often. So whatever materials are in the van are going to be expanding and contracting sometimes frequently throughout the day, and so it really wreaks havoc on your flooring, especially when you have products like this that lock together. However, this product is very thick. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like almost ½ an inch thick. It has a really heavy pad on the back, so it's got a really heavy, like an insulation rubber pad, and then the actual media itself is like almost a ¼ inch thick. So I'm hoping this is just gonna be okay. Worst case scenario, if it does turn out like crap in a year, then I'll just hit it with some caulking. F it. So anyway, we're gonna install this tonight in the dark in Texas, and it's hot, and I have the back door open because it's so damn humid, and the bugs are coming in. So we're gonna have a full-on flooring party tonight with the bugs, with the humidity. We're gonna be rocking out. Let's do it. By the way, it is not cheap. It is $5 a square foot. However, when you're doing a van, you know, I only need like 50 square feet to do this van because I'm only going to do the center part. The sides are going to have cabinets installed, and so I'm not going to, you know, do full flooring edge to edge. It doesn't make sense because you'll just be, you know, 2 feet over here and 2 feet over here will be covered in cabinets anyway. It'd just be kind of wasteful. So I'm basically just doing a 4-foot section in the middle, and then I'm going to be doing about 10 feet in length is going to be kind of this first portion for now. So anyway, I bought 40 feet of tile, and it cost me a little over 200 bucks, which really isn't bad, especially when you consider if I would have done any kind of wood flooring and had to sand and paint, or sand and stain and polish and all that kind of crap, I would have spent as much money, if not more anyway. So I think it's a pretty good choice. It should be pretty easy to install. Sorry for the lighting, guys. It's nighttime, and I don't have really that good of lighting in the van right now, so this is just what we're working with. Alright, so to give you guys an idea of what we're working with, here's the tile, and then what I went ahead and did is I mounted this strip right here. This is a 1x2. I got it at Lowe's, which is the same place I got the tile, and I went ahead and I knew the whole floor is 91 inches, and then I know my cabinets are about 24 inches, so I want a piece, so I want to do a 4-foot floor. And then also these tiles are 12 by 24, and I don't want to have to cut them, so you know, 4 rows is going to be 48 inches, so I just figured I'll do an even 4 feet across. So what I did is I just took the 91 inches minus 4 feet divided by 2. That gave me 21.5 inches on each side. And so this piece of wood, I installed it. This edge here is 21.5 inches. I measured off of the back wall here, and then down at the end. And so this is my nice guide, so I'll be able to basically slide the tile right up to this guide and know that I have a straight line running all the way across. And so the tile just goes like that, I already got one piece just sitting down, and then the other piece, look how easy this is. Look how easy this is. The other piece just locks in like this. Boom, just like that. Bam, that's it. Two pieces connected. And you don't have to really do anything to secure it down. I'm gonna squirt a little power grab on the floor as well, because I'm thinking, you know, with this van driving down the road and bouncing, this whole floor, if it's just sitting here, like in a house, they call it a floating floor, and it's totally fine for it to just sit there without anything holding it in place. But with this van bouncing around, the floor is going to have a tendency to want to jump around. So I'm going to put a little dab of power grab underneath each tile just to kind of help hold it in place and keep it from shifting. So anyway, that's it. I'm just going to start laying them down edge to edge. And I'm hoping I can do this whole thing in maybe like an hour or so. And then one thing I wanted to mention is when you get to the edge of one row, when you start the next row, you cut one of the tiles in half, and then that way the flooring, everything is staggered and you don't have all your joints in one continuous line, because that'll end up looking weird. So I'll show you guys what that looks like when I get to that point. And then the biggest thing is you just want to make sure the joints where you're connecting the boards, that they're lined up properly. Because if the bottom pieces are at a different level, it'll be tough to come back and connect the additional tiles. Just keep on rolling, baby. Definitely inspect all the boards before you put them down. And what you want to do is like check the edges and just make sure everything looks good. Sometimes you'll get these, oh yeah, like see this one? See how there's that broken piece out of the corner? So you just want to check all those, make sure, sometimes they'll be like warped or something. Make sure all the edges are good before you put them down. So like on this one, I think that'll be okay because of the way that it clicks in, but it's definitely something to be aware of. Go ahead and run it with some power grab. Look at that. Boom. Give you guys a close-up. Look at that. It's such a clean cut. There's no chips, no nicks. This stuff cuts super easy. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the piece that we cut and we're gonna start out with that piece on the edge. And then what that will do is when we install the tile, now the seams are gonna be staggered so that they won't all be in alignment, and then it won't look weird. I'm gonna have to connect these two first like that. Boom, and then drop that down. So now we got these two pieces we're gonna install as one. So we'll flip them up, hit it with some power grab on the bottom. Got that. Wow. Man, this is pretty easy, guys. I feel good about it. Okay. That is such a badass flooring. Oh my god, I can't get over it. Alright, so I wanted to give you guys kind of an up-close shot of the floor here. So now we're moving on. It's a little bit different here because we still have to lock in this upper tab to the bottom of the piece in front of it, but also we have this end tab that we have to lock in as well. So the procedure for this is a little bit different. So what you do is you get the flooring up, you get these two ends, move you back a little bit. You get these two pieces as close as you can without them completely touching. Because ultimately this lip needs to go underneath the previous piece. So you go ahead and you lock in the upper one, lock that in. so that it lays down, okay? And then once it's down, then what you gotta do is you use a little wood block and a rubber mallet, and it gets a little bit sketchy, but basically we're gonna put the block on the end, and I'm using the mallet, and I'm gonna hammer it on this wood, and then it's gonna basically slide this tile down and then lock it in to that piece in front of it, okay? So we'll just start hammering on it kind of right here. And then you can look while you're hammering it, look back at the crack, and you'll see it start to shrink in size. And I might just, well, I'll show you guys first what it looks like to hit it with a couple times with the mallet. Like that, okay? And then this, I'll give you guys a view of what the crack looks like. So you can see that crack kind of close up. Oops. Let's see, the crack is right here. I think that's probably the best view of it. Okay, cool. So keep an eye on that crack. Watch it slowly close up. And there it is. That's it. Perfect tight. Let's flip you guys around. So you can see that seam is perfect. There's no gap in between. Any gap you see is just the shadow because it's dark. But I can see with my eyes, there's no gap in between. It's edge to edge. And then on the top, it's also edge to edge. See that? Bam. Looking good. Give you guys a zoom out. Hey, look at that. Not bad. Hello friends, I just wanted to come back and do a final walkthrough with you guys of the marble flooring that I installed. You just watched me struggle through the install this summer in the heat, in the humidity, inside my van, excuse me. And so now the flooring has been installed for a little over a month. And so I wanted to, in the daylight, show you guys really up close what it looks like. And then also just kind of provide a follow-up of over the last 30 days, how well has it worked out, and just kind of give a little bit of a progress report. So let's go check it out. So here we are. We went ahead and did the four tiles wide. That's 4 feet. And then I went all the way to the door, which is about 12 feet. And then I'll just show you guys. Overall, I've been really happy with how it's turned out. All the tiles are still in really good shape. They're very close together. They haven't slid apart or opened up or anything. Some of the grout lines are a little darker than others just from the dirt. If you look close, it's just from, you know, just from living that nomad life. So ultimately, if I wanted to, you know, go through and clean it and mop it a bunch, then it would look even more sparkly white. But I'm really happy with it. Overall, the pattern, the marble pattern, does a really good job of disguising dirt and, you know, any kind of little spills or stains. It just kind of blends in. So having a light floor can be troublesome because then all the little dirt things will stand out. But with this marble pattern, it really blends in well. So I think it was a good choice. Just kind of going over, there's one spot here. This one I had an issue with during the install, getting it to butt up properly. So you can see the crack there is a little bigger than it is like with the one right next to it. So there's a spot like that, and then I have another spot up here that's kind of similar. But otherwise, everything turned out really nice. So really happy with this flooring, the way it turned out. And I definitely recommend it, the Smart Core tile from Lowe's.